I'm just about 2 hours away outside of Montreal. I'm about to do a 15-minute drive with FSD Beta 10.69.2.2, mostly country roads. I've navigated in such a way that we won't go on the highway, so this will be pure FSD Beta for around 14 kilometers, 14 minutes. So we'll start with this gravel road and see how it does. I do expect to do some speed changes. For example, it's seeing this as a 50 kilometer per hour road. With the state of this road right now, I'm going to bring that down to 30. And so we're going to see how it does. So it is actually a 50. I don't know who would actually do that. So there's an upcoming car. We're slowing down completely to a stop, which is fine. So apparently Tesla is mapping potholes, although I have not seen the car actually react to potholes yet. So I'll assume that any big dips in a road the car is maybe not seeing. So I will take over if I see too big of a hole. Right now, this is feeling like a really good speed. I wish the car was able to interpret that itself without just taking the speed limit as the be-all, end-all. So here there was dips in the road and the car was sticking a little bit to the left. That slowed down for that other vehicle, gave it a good amount of distance. So here's a pretty sharp right. The car did put its flasher on and it just hit a big dip in a road. So it is not reacting to potholes quite yet. So that was a pretty steep, sharp turn, but no flasher there. So I'm not quite sure what the complete logic is to determine when to put a blinker on. Okay, so I think our adventures on the gravel roads are done now, so pure city streets FSD Beta from here on in. I will allow it to go back to 50. It is waiting for the car at our left. And now it's all good to go. Was perfect. So here's an unprotected left turn. I expect the car to creep up to its creep wall. So there's a car wanting to turn left here. So we have to let it go. Now we're creeping up again. Oh, the coast is not clear. The car is braking and going again. So what I didn't like there was that the car did go. It's stopped in the middle of the road. If there was an oncoming car, I'm not quite sure what it would have done. So that wasn't the safest move. Although I am glad it did wait for that other car. But it probably could have gone with a bit more give on the accelerator. Be turning right here. The car is maintaining a slower speed, which is good. So that was perfect. If there was really anything I could complain about there is that it did hit some of the debris that's left over at the side of the road. So I had noticed the little rocks on the asphalt. Ideally, it would have cleared them. Slowing down. Okay, this time putting its blinker on. I'm actually going to report that to Tesla. Not quite sure why I was doing that. The GPS information's good. Okay, so here we have some cyclists. What I'm expecting is the car to leave them a lot of room. If not, I will do so. So I think because the car has a blind corner coming up, it's being extremely cautious to pass these cyclists. So it's keeping its speed low. I'm pressing on the pedal a bit. So I think what's happening here is the car is being extra cautious because it can't see the bend around here. So it probably would have waited to pass those cyclists very slowly until we pass that curve. The car is handling this like a champ, slowing down to a reasonable speed, or maybe an unreasonable speed. Yeah, that's too slow. So I did report that to Tesla. So it's treating this as an intersection. So the car is turning left here. I've never tried this road before. So we'll see where this brings us. Okay. Another unprotected left, so I expect the car to creep forward. There's no one coming, so we can go. That was perfect. Expecting the car to leave room. That was just perfect. That was amazing. It's going to be so comforting cycling in the future, knowing that these robocars have my back. Not someone distracted on their cell phone, picking their nose. right in a few hundred meters very soon. At that stop sign, I think. So I've never taken this way. I'll let the car drive me all the way to Canadian Tire. Just the way it has to be. Just the way it should be. So here we're on an unmarked asphalt road. The car's doing just fine. So I think we'll be turning left here. Another perfect left turn. It's almost making it look boring. Okay, we're gonna wait our turn, and it's our turn. So the car was being a bit skittish since it was seeing that car advance at the same time, although it seemed to have figured out and kept on going. Okay, so again, there's a dip in the road here. There are not cones at both sides, and the car did slow down for that dip in the road. So I uploaded a video not too long ago showing the car slow down for a change in the actual topology of the road, and there was a large dip. And although there was construction cones left and right, so a lot of us assumed that the car was slowing down for the construction cones. But I don't think the car was slowing down for the one construction cone right there. So the car decided not to turn left there? Okay, so that actually was not a left turn. So the GPS was showing a kind of zigzag. So that's why the car put its blinker on, but the vision system saw that it could go straight. No drama. And that's what a generalized AI vision system should do. Okay, so here we're turning right for real. So here the car is having difficulty deciding where exactly the road is. So this is an unprotected right turn. So we have to wait for our moment. The car goes too close to the curb. I was going to take control, but it did fine there. Perfect so far. So it's going to the left lane because Canadian Tire is going to be to our left, and there was slower traffic. So the car slowing down. It did see that coming. Slowed down maybe a bit too much, but the car's preemptively predicting what every other vehicle it sees is trying to do. So with limited visibility, it was able to see that car's intention of coming into our lane. So Canadian Tire is coming up to our left, just right here. So I'm expecting the car to handle this protected left turn without too much issue. Although Tesla doesn't officially support parking lots just yet, so I won't judge it if it doesn't do too well here. So actually the GPS is just to bring us all the way to the entry. So I'm going to let it do its final left turn. But all in all, I would call that a success. That's about 15 kilometers, about 15 minutes of zero takeover, disengagement free driving on FSD beta 10.69.2.2. All I had to do was maybe a handful of speed adjustments just for my comfort and wrong GPS information. So it feels like we're almost there other than construction.